Thank you for watching the Science Sports Gaming channel. This is a special fan request video of MLB The Show 22 exhibition matchup, as you see, between the National League All-Stars and the Colorado Rockies. Shout out to one of my loyal subscribers so far, Good Vibes. He requested this video pretty much almost a month ago, probably more than a month ago, but like I said, I'd be so busy with work and everything, and then my regular schedule I have for the YouTube channel, the other projects that I'm doing. This project I normally usually don't deal with except for now every other Sunday. But I'm sacrificing some time. Good Vibes. I hope you know that, buddy. I'm tired, but I got tired of putting this off. Hey, that I've been putting it off. It's just I'd really be busy, and then in the middle of the night I'll be trying to get some sleep when I can, because that's what I probably would have been the best time to do it. As you notice, there's no music, and that's because of the copyright claims that's going to be on the video, so I don't want the videos to be restricted. Also, this is part one of this as well. Probably try to play the first 5 innings in this video, and then the rest of the game in video number 2. So I think I'm going to be the Rockies just for my bad Good Vibes. I don't want to be the National League All-Stars to make it unfair, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So I'm going to be the Rockies in this video, and I think that'd be better for my buddy Good Vibes. Let's check out what uniforms they have. I know the uniforms already. Let's see if they got, yeah, they got this city. Yeah, I saw this online, so I'm gonna wear this. I hope my buddy Good Vibes like this uniform. It's kind of weird because there's no purple in it, but let's go with this. Oh man. Oh, okay, I get it. Friday because the All-Star game come in, so we had to go with regular. I had the live rosters on because I want the rosters to be accurate as possible, so we had to play the regular rosters. That's fine. Oh, these oh, see, I don't even know what these teams are. I never really checked them out, but we're gonna stick with the lineup that, I mean, the matchup that we got. So yeah, so here we go with the City Cadet uniforms for. And we're going to play at Coors Field. Why not? You know, the Rockies are the featured team here. My buddy Good Vibes, this is his team, his favorite team. So he wanted to see it. So I did a video. Actually, I did a video. I think the last game we played. No, probably the game before. It was the Rockies was featured in that game, part of my season. But it's All-Star week this week, so you'll be seeing the home run derby tomorrow, and then the All-Star game tomorrow. But the All-Star game I'm not going to split, so whatever I can fit in, I fit into that video. But so we're about to go get this game started. It's going to be a 9-inning game. Since it's the daytime, since All-Stars game usually is night, let's make it a night game. It's July, so let's put July on. We'll keep the extra runner on. I probably should have asked Good Vibes all these details, but we're gonna keep it clear skies as well. So let's see. Like I said, pitcher staff not that strong, but I'm gonna go with the best pitcher since they go against All-Star. According to the overall, it's Austin Gomer, so I'm gonna go with him. But I wish, like I said, I wish I could have asked Good Vibes all these details. He probably wanted Pacific pitcher, Pacific whatever, but since we're the All-Star game, the All-Star team, we better put the best player out there. We're gonna leave the lineup alone as well. I'm not gonna mess with the lineup either, so we'll keep that, even though this catcher has a better overall, so I'm gonna put him in. Who's DH and Charlie Blackman? Okay, alright. Garrett Thompson, he got a high. Who's that second? Why they got? Maybe because they got a left-handed pitcher, so they might be trying to. Oh no, he's right-handed too, so I'm putting him in. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that lineup. All right, we should be good to go now. Yeah, a lot of good players on the bench. Yeah, even the center fielders. Better finisher. So we're gonna put everybody, all the stronger people in. And but at least we know if we got to pitch it should be no problem. But now that it's a DH in both leagues, the National League used to be very that's what made it kind of cool, well, to me. I mean, I don't mind a DH in both leagues, but I kind of miss seeing the pitchers hit, and then you got to strategize, play small ball a little bit. But now that's out the window, even in the National League now. But we're about to start the game. Like I said, I get an hour to record, so I'm gonna split this game up in 2 parts. So with good vibes to be able to see the whole game. And anybody else that's enjoyed the video, I appreciate you guys coming here as well. This is a special fan request video, so thank you so much. Thank you, Good Vibes, for being a loyal supporter. Check out my blog. I talked a little bit about the Pittsburgh Steelers today in my NFL Roundabout series, so go check that out, buddy. That's already up right now. That's what I just finished doing, adding to that. So now I'm about to work on this. So I'll talk to you at the end of the video. Thank you so much. Like I said, I'm gonna split it, so I'm gonna come around the 5th inning, well, the end of the 5th, and then I'm gonna stop the video, and then I'm gonna get part 2 together. So this is part 1. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Enjoy the game. It's the NL All-Stars against the Colorado Rockies. This is a fan request video to my man Good Vibes. Shout out to you again, buddy. Enjoy the game.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got baseball on the show. It's the National League All-Stars going up against the Colorado Rockies. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about set to go. And towing the slab, Austin Gomber. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, most pitchers today are pretty tall, but this guy's definitely taller than most. He's kind of an imposing figure out there, especially when he's standing on top of the bump. It's like he's looking down on you, so hitters have to be prepared for a couple of things. Ball can get on you a lot quicker because of the extension and release point, and then also tilt through the zone. If you're going to try to hit pitches at the bottom of the zone, it's going to be difficult to get on plane. So look for something up from this guy. You might have a chance to do some damage.
Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate now. Looks at one down below the zone.
7 o'clock.
The 1-0. That one missed. The wind to kick the 2-0. Swings through that.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one way outside. And now 3-2. Right side. Joe makes his way towards it. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one away.
Batting second. From the Philadelphia Phillies.
Nick Castellanos at the plate now.
Castellanos.
Line drive, base hit. And it kicks off the base of the wall. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Batting third.
So man aboard, one down, and it's Tatis at the plate. He's turned into one of the best shortstops in the game. First pitch, not close. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Daza settles underneath it. Brings it in. 2 down. Ball back in quickly. Runner holds at third.
That is good. From the Los Angeles Dodgers, the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Castellanos on third with 2 out. Next offering is in for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-2. The pitch. Line drive, base hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Man at first. Here's Nolan Arenado. First offering, and it just misses. The lefty to 1-0.
2 balls, no strike.
Swing and a miss.
Well, you know this guy wants a pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
2 outs. And another ball.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 3-2 now. And there's ball 4.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
And now it's Juan Soto.
The designated hitter.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Next offering is way upstairs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Bottom of the first. And starting in this one, Jacob deGrom. What's the scouting report on him?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now here is Connor Joe. Well, who would have thought Jacob deGrom as a college shortstop and then a 9th round pick by the Mets was going to... Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. This place is absolutely loving it. And we're all square. It's tied at 1.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Now it's Charlie Blackmon.
Batting second, the designated hitter.
First offering misses the mark.
Yeah, Boog, just incredible. You look at that benchmark of 200 innings, comfortably over that in 2018 with 217, and the sub-2 ERA just impressive at 1.70 to lead the league. With the big bats coming up and a home run already surrendered, he's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
On the ground right side, and foul ball. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with two strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Here's Chris Bryant now. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Next offering misses, and that's ball one.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
And down on strikes, and there's two down.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
And here is C.J. Cron. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Tied up here in the early going. On the ground to the left. And a base hit right there. And that extends the inning.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
So two down. Garrett Hampson digging in for the Rockies. Meanwhile, this pitch gets away, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. And 1-1.
That's a really big swing right there. He's got to remember, with this speed, a walk or a single can turn into extra bases by stealing a base or two.
And there's a ball. The pitch. Rips one to right. Has some trouble with it. Knocks it down. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
First and second, 2 down. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. pitch misses inside. Ball one. Crone, the lead runner at second. Hampson on at first with 2 down. Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. On the ground, right side. Gets it to first. Play made. That ends the inning.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play, and that ends the inning.
All set for the start of the inning. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
He'll do it himself and quickly one away in the second.
Batting it from the Seattle Mariners, the left fielder.
Here's Jesse Winker. Fought off foul.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
The wide to kick the pitch. And that one fouled off. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. One down, base is empty. And ball one. Inside, just missed.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
Got him. 2 gone now.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it'd be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Here's Adam Frazier. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball one. Next pitch is popped up. And that'll do it. And the NL is down in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at the ballpark, bottom of the inning. And now Jose Iglesias. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the players that we see day in, day out.
Counts 1-0.
This one smacked out to left center. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Jonathan Daza steps to the plate. Lifted in the air, right center field. Castellanos coming on. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Elias Diaz.
And now it's Elias Diaz. In there for strike one.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
0-1.
Ball. Damn.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson to some, Boog, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
And strike two.
It's amazing to look up and see 88 miles per hour on that changeup. Back in the day, that was a pretty good fastball. But with high velocities these days, that speed differential is right where it needs to be.
1-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Iglesias at first, one gone. The punch out there. And 2 away now.
Man, he had the stanky leg on that one right there. That curveball just locked him up.
Now batting, right fielder, Connor Joe.
So the Rockies lineup turns over. And now the right fielder, Connor Joe. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. The 0-1.
Inside, ball one.
Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command in both locations.
Righty delivers. And a ball evens the count. And now 2-2. And that misses off the outside edge.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Into center. Acuna on the move. He makes the grab. And that will end the inning. The Rockies strand one. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here in Denver, on to the 3rd inning. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. First pitch, and he just misses.
He's like Mike Trout. You figure whatever you put in his hand, whether it's a bat, whether it's a golf club, whether it's a basketball, he can do it and get it done. And a rare talent, so much fun to watch.
And now the lefty bounced up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And Acuna retired.
Now batting, right fielder, Nick Castellanos.
Here's Nicholas Castellanos. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And here it comes. That one lifted to left. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. And that's a base hit. And Freddie Freeman with a chance to make an impact with 2 away.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And he's already singled in this game. And that's in there for strike one.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. And that'll do it. One left for the National Leaguers. Still tied 1-1. Welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Colorado's DH, Charlie Blackmon.
The designated hitter.
DeGrom
Charlie
back to work.
Blackmon.
And first offering is fouled off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. That is strike two. Left-hand batter waits. Stays alive. Next offering is down low. The 1-2. Got him. And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
Now, when you follow up a triple-digit fastball with a nasty changeup, pretty much every time the hitter's going to be in trouble. And that was the plan. Get him to sit dead red on the fastball and then just make him look foolish with the off-speed stuff.
And here is Chris Bryant. And first offering is fouled off. Short hop liner, handled it short. Over to first. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The first baseman, number 25, C.J. Cron.
Two outs, base is empty. Now it's going to be C.J. Cron. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
No strike.
And the righty deals.
Nope, that's inside.
Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
Next pitch misses inside. And now 3-0. And he deals. Swing and a miss. 3-1.
For this guy, it's truly a battle when he steps into the box. Only one thing on his mind, seeing that pitch out of the hand and hit it hard somewhere.
Next offering is fouled back. The wind of the pitch. And that's ball four.
One of the things about that two-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a two-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Now the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. 0 for 1 so far. He swings and fouls one off. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. 3 innings complete. All tied 1-1. As we go to the top of the fourth, here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
The National League All-Star, the third baseman.
The pitch.
Arenado.
Ball one, no strikes. Next offering is in for a strike.
Down 1-1.
Next offering is fouled back. And a pitch. And there's a foul ball. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Crone should have this one. Hauls it in for the out.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Juan Soto now.
Well, Juan Soto had a huge 2021 season, just 1 point shy of 1,000 for OPS. Absolutely a monster at the plate. This guy's pretty special.
He handles it himself. 2 up, 2 down.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's a speed threat, JT Realmuto. In there, and it's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
This one bounced to Crone, and it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2. Ball one there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's even up.
2 strikes.
And a pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Kicks and deals. Now this is in the air down the line. Joe sizing this one up. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the National Leaguers. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here at Coors Field, John Chambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jose Iglesias.
Jose Iglesias.
And a pitch. Fouled off. He was late. And the right-hander deals. Strike 2.
That's one of those swing now before the pitchers even let go of the baseball.
The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Jonathan Daza digging in for the Rockies. Good contact guy, good defender. Pitch misses inside. 1-0. Next offering is in for a strike. Look out. That fastball drilled him.
Now that can happen when you're trying to dive out over the plate so you can control the outer half. Very difficult to get out of the way of good velocity in.
Bounce to the left side, and that's just foul. Daza stands at first with 1 out.
with 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Next offering is fouled back. At the belt and fires. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Connor Joe. 1 for 2 with a solo home run back in the first inning. First offering, and it just misses. Next offering is in for a strike. Here's a 1-1. Swings through that one, out in front that time. The pitch. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Real Muto to first. And that is the inning. We've played 4. All tied 1-1. And welcome back. Digging in, Jesse Winker.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
Here comes a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 1 away.
The second baseman, Adam Frazier.
Now here is Adam Frazier. He popped out his first time.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
And first offering is fouled off. Next one in the dirt. The 1-1. Bounce to the right side. Crone takes it to the bag, and the first 2 set down to the top of the 5th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Siggy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yeah, just 1 free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs. This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Foul ball there. Stays alive. On the ground to third. That's out number 3. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. Back here at the ballpark, there's Chuck Nasty.
Leading up for the Rockies, the designated hitter,
And a pitch.
Charlie Blackman.
That one fouled off. Righty to the plate. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Winker has this one sized up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Red.
Here's the left fielder, Chris Bryant. And that one wrapped foul. Kicks and fires. That one off the mark. Ball one. Next offering is in for a strike.
That big curve inside's a pitch that can buckle you a little bit. Looks like a fastball out of the hand and then just drops over that inside part of the plate.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That's the second out. Chris, third time through the order and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Rockies, C.J. Cron. Next offering is down low, and that is ball one. The pitch, and it's fouled away. And a 1-1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That misses. 3 balls and a strike.
Well, these guys have had a hard time scoring in this one. The guy out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. C.J. Cron leaves the yard, and they grab the lead. It's 2-1.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Here's Garrett Hampson.
Now batting, second baseman.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Righty delivers. Not close with that one, but he gets him to go after it. Oh, 0-2 now. That to right. Castellanos moving under this one. Puts the squeeze on it. And the inning is over. The Rockies get one by way of the long ball. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Top of the 6th inning. Down to number 2 hitter, Nick Castellanos.
Alright everyone, so like I said, this is going to be a 2-part video. So the first 5 innings are in. So you can see innings 6 through 9 on part 2 of this video. Shout out again to Good Vibes. Rockies up 2-1. I got them 2-1. Can I always blow the lead in the later innings, so hopefully I'm able to hold it. This starter, I'm about to get him some relief. Well, I'm about to get the bullpen going. I think we can get by this inning okay. After the 6th, I don't know. But thanks so much for watching. Shout out to Good Vibes. This is his own personal request, and I finally was able to fulfill it. So this is part 1 of this game. Part 2 will be right behind it, so don't worry. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Good vibes. Shout out to you again, buddy. Peace and love, everybody. I'll see you in part 2 of the video. Rockies stove with a 2-1 lead over the National League All-Stars. Can the Rockies hold on to the lead? Find out in part 2. I'm Troy West. Thank you for watching the Solid Sports Gaming channel. Good vibes. Shout out to you, brother.